Hello book friends, I'm Allie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the books that I am planning to read in February. I'm not great at sticking to a TBR. I am really working to fix that and improve it, so I'm trying to set myself smaller goals so that it's easier to maintain my TBR for the month, but I also am a mood reader, so I just kind of like to jump around sometimes whenever I finish a book. That being said, let me show you what I'm planning to read. To start off with, I would like to finish Bunny by Mona Awad. I am about 50 pages or a little more into it, and I was hoping to finish it in January, but it just didn't work out. So this is one of the very first books that I would like to knock out here at the beginning of the month so that I can get into some other stuff. Plus, I'm really enjoying this, and I can't wait to see what happens. The second book that is carrying over from January into February is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I took the dust jacket off because I'm in the middle of reading it. I am, I think about 50 pages into this as well. I started it and I'm loving the writing. I've been annotating in it and I just was trying to take my time through it, which is why I didn't finish it in January, but also I picked up a couple other things that just grabbed me immediately and I couldn't put down, so that kind of put this on the back burner. But I didn't mean to, because I'm really loving this and I think that this is a phenomenal book and I'm really excited to get back to it and wrap it up for the beginning of January. Next, I'm really hoping to read some classics throughout the year, and the first classic that I would really like to get into is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I just recently got these covers. The rest of them are actually right here. I got the whole set of Jane Austen, and it's cloth bound. I'm just very, very happy about it, but I really want to read this here at the beginning of February. I am looking forward to reading Jane Austen. I've had this on my TBR for quite a while, and I think I've even picked it up a couple times and put it back down, not for any specific reason, just sometimes classics can be a little more trying to get through if you're not in the correct mindset. And I love to read classics, so I'm really wanting to read this now, and I'm really looking forward to it. My best friend is also reading it, so I'm hoping that I can read it with her and we can chat about it. Next, I am starting a buddy read with my good friend who lives far away from me, and that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kimmerer. And I'm really looking forward to this. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I've heard a lot of people really enjoyed this book. I love Beauty and the Beast, so I'm really excited to read this. I know she likes Beauty and the Beast or loves Beauty and the Beast, and I know that she's excited about it as well. So we're going to read and we're going to annotate each other's books and then mail them to one another. I always love doing buddy reads, and I really enjoy Beauty and the Beast retellings, so I'm very excited for this one. One of my goals for the year was to make sure that I am reading my Book of the Month books and reviewing them, and I really want to get better about doing that every month. So I want to backtrack to last month's books. I got The Dating Plan by Sarah Desai, and I got The Heiress Gets a Duke by Harper St. George. And I really want to read both of these and make sure that I review them so that I am staying on top of my Book of the Month books. And also, February being the month of Valentine's Day and the month of love, I want to make sure that I'm reading some romances this month because I'm in the mood for it, and why not? Another Book of the Month book that I want to make sure that I read is This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousins, and I want to make sure that I read and review this one as well. This is also supposed to be a sweet romance, so I'm really looking forward to reading it and reviewing it, and also it goes right along with my wanting to read some sweet and fluffy stuff in the month of February. The next two books they are not set for sure in my TBR. They're just kind of a backup in case I want to pick something else up if I read some of those other romances rather quickly and I want something else. These are going to be my backup books for February. The first one is Chocolat by Joanne Harris. I've been wanting to pick this up for a little while. I've been really excited to read it, so I'm kind of hoping that I will have time to pick it up and get through it. It's not long, so I feel like I could get through it pretty quickly, but it's just having the time and finishing the things that I'm set on reading. The next one that I may possibly pick up is Well Played by Jen DeLuca. I've been so excited. Like, I even picked it up and read some of it whenever I first got it because I was so excited about its release, and then I haven't picked it back up, and I have no good reason for that, just haven't made time for it. But I am in the mood for some romance, and I'm hoping that I will be able to have time to read this month because I can't wait to be back with these characters. And lastly, I obviously have to have some gigantic fantasy book to chip away at because I love fantasy. And I have The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I finished Mistborn like a month or two ago, and I really want to get into this before anything slips away from reading Mistborn. I want to make sure that all the details are fresh in my head as I go into this one, because this is definitely a chunk of a book. I don't know if I can finish this in February. I would love to, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to. But I'm still going to start it, and I'm still going to read on it, and we'll just kind of see what happens. Either way, I'm really excited for this, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And lastly, I have been doing a buddy read with my husband that we started last year, and we both have just been very scatterbrained about it, and it's Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, so I'm going to keep chipping away at this, and I'm really hoping that I'll have some time to just sit down and put a big dent in it, because we're trying to actually plan out time to sit and read together now, and that would make getting through this a whole lot easier if we're both reading together at the same time. And as always, if I need another book at any point, I have all of the books on my cart back here. One book specifically that I would like to read in February, but I'm not sure because I always have such lofty goals going into the month and never seem to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. But I would like to read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. My best friend is wanting to buddy read this with me, and we have put it off for a couple months and read other things. And so I'm really hoping to get to this because she loved it, and I'm really excited to read it. I really want to read all of Riley Sager's books before his new book comes out this year. So this is one that I'm hoping to get to at some point. Even if I just start it and don't finish it in February, that would be fine too. So these are the books that I'm planning to for sure read in February, and we'll add and subtract as needed, but I want to read these specifically, and I'm going to try my darndest to stick to my TBR because I want to be better about that. So if you guys have read any of these, or if you're planning on reading any of these, let me know. Drop me a comment down below. What's a book that you're excited to read in February? I'm definitely looking for some romance, or some contemporary romance, or some historical romance, any kind really. So if you've got a good recommendation, drop something down below for me because I'd like to check it out. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later.